Joel Bauer here. I'm on the Gold Coast. I'm running my own event. It's a Passion to Profit event. And it just occurred to me that some of you, and this blew me away, are more fascinated by how I travel, how I negotiate, how I leverage the free hotel room, which will be a suite for the last 2 nights of this event. I'm staying in a regular room right now. I want to be on the lowest floor. I want to be near an elevator in the event of a fire. I want to be able to get to my showroom immediately. And when we came in, they told me I couldn't see the showroom, and I said, no problem. They said I'd have to wait till tomorrow. Well, the gentleman standing across from me, his name is Troy Beer, and he's the only speaker that I allow to speak at the end of my events. Not only does this generate additional revenue, it saves lives, because what he delivers empowers people. I thought you might want to see me literally walk in the room here. I gave Troy the camera. This, of course, is my laptop. I carry it in a side satchel here, and of course inside it is a case that protects a neoprene, which is watertight and airtight like a frog's butt. That means that in the event something explodes on an airliner, and there's a bottle of water in there, because that's happened before, I protected my laptop. Before I plug that in, I'm going to put down my room key right over here. That's the only thing I'm carrying. You can see that I'm not dressed to do business. Oh, I'm dressed expensively for someone who knows accessories and casual wear, but I'm dressed to set up for my event. So I dress nicely, but I'm not going to wear a suit and get all sweaty here with the humidity level. This is the only suitcase that I am carrying and by the way, it weighs approximately 41 pounds. I am traveling from the United States to Australia. I'm going to put the suitcase right here. I'm going to unzip it. You'll see exactly how I pack. The outside of the suitcase here, by the way, has nothing in it. No magazines, no vitamins, no extra paraphernalia. I leave this area for additional food, munchies, organic food that's going to sustain my energy, keep me more focused. The first thing that goes in the suitcase, or the last thing, of course, is the toiletry case, complete. Of course, the hairdryer and the steamer, to provide full restoration of my clothing, is at the bottom of the case. I'm going to lay out these things step by step and show you how this works and how you can actually travel abroad for 12 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, with nothing more than one carry-on suitcase. You see, they lose my luggage quite frequently. The first thing I put at the top of the case are a pair of high-quality sunglasses, as the ozone isn't too good. The second thing I have in my case are 2 power supplies. One I carry with the laptop, and one I carry as a backup, because when a power supply burns out and you're overseas, it's going to run you $400 or $500, and more important than the money, you're going to have trouble finding the correct power and the correct quality. Since I'm using a Sony Vaio, I carry 2 Sony Vaios, and I make sure the adapters for the United States, for Asia, Kuala Lumpur, and in this case Australia, are already connected to all of my electronics. I now carry a pair of elastic jeans that will conform to my waist size as it expands and contracts based upon the quality of food. I have 3 dress shirts, which enable me to make sure that 1 or 2 of them are in the dry cleaner. I'm wearing 2 high-end casual shirts that I can throw over a pair of jeans when I go down and set up the event in the morning. I'm wearing dress shoes with a significant shine, a boot cut, which is tapered, elongates my body, actually makes my body longer on stage, and brings attention to my face and hands. These are my shirts, and of course these are dress shirts. These dress shirts are custom made. They're of extraordinarily good materials, have the emblem on them, and of course they're going to contrast the basic principles I teach on dress and wrapping the package. Now we have the most important element of all, an actual suit. And the suit, of course, is black cuff pants. This suit will be hung in just a moment. I want you to see what's coming out of the suitcase. In this case, it's a basic Calvin Klein. It's a 3-button cut. A woman would be wearing a dress or a skirt with a blazer over it. This suit, of course, is fully creased, as it's been in my luggage here and on multiple flights. And so what you need to realize is I'm going to be removing all. Notice I put one shoulder inside the other. I quarter fold it, which produces the least amount of creases. All those creases will be gone in less than 5 minutes in the bathroom by using a steamer. You can't just turn on the shower and expect those to disappear. Now we have my slip clothing. This is a pair of karate pants, martial arts pants. They're made of 100% cotton. These are made by Pro USA. I highly recommend them because they're indestructible. They enable you to stretch, do aerobics, work out in the gym. I carry 3 black t-shirts. That way I can work out, literally go up and down, exercise, and have a minimum of clothing. That is the basic sleep wardrobe, workout wardrobe. Now I carry the two most important things in the case. My trackball, which enables me to design and modify presentations at high speed, giving you more control. The trackball is 10 to 1. A better working tool than the mouse. After 1 hour of this, no one will ever go back. I've trained so many professional speakers in using these, they'll never go back to a mouse. This is a 0.5 terabyte hard drive. This has all the backup files that I need on everything on my computer, including a complete optical duplication of my entire disk drive, the whole thing. I can go buy another computer and I can restore the entire disk drive on a brand new computer, XP, in a matter of about an hour and a half, and be ready to rock and roll instead of carrying an additional laptop on the road, which would be the preferred solution. Those are vital electronics. Now we go into the suitcase again, and by the way, if you notice, it's a tiny suitcase, but take a look at what's slowly expanding on the bed. I now pull out 2 more t-shirts. I also pull out a high-neck zippered t-shirt, Mandarin collar. I talk about Mandarin collars with women. This enables me to stay warm and cozy on the flights where they intensify the air conditioning. They do that for many reasons. To keep people stimulated, awake, and aware, and also slightly uncomfortable at times. That's real important. You have a high neck. I also carry a sport high neck. Again, this is in the travel area in terms of workout and early room setup, tech checks on your event. These particular shirts you see right here, I buy online from ScottyVest.com, ScottyVest.com. They are prepared with an iPod pocket over here that has an internal system where you can run the earbuds. Now, I don't even listen to music, but I listen to motivational concepts, and I listen to my own pitches, which I review. On the right side of this long sleeve, high neck Mandarin collar shirt is a pocket built in the lower side for your wallet, keys, and room key. That enables you to pack your cash, go down to the gym, work out, take a walk, and have the vital tools like your passport and things that are indispensable that you couldn't afford to lose. That's by ScottyVest, and I'm going to be showing you more about that. That goes again in our casual layered. Now take a look, there's quite a wardrobe coming out of this one case. Now we have right over here, and you'll see the kanji. This represents the warrior. This particular sweater over here is 100% wool. It's a very delicate, beautiful sweater, not overly expensive, but this is a layer that I can wear underneath my suit to give me a little bit of warmth. Also on the airplane, it can make me very comfortable when I'm trying to sleep. That again goes in the sports area. And now take a look, as if it, I know this is hard to believe, because you probably didn't suspect this, but inside my jacket here are the tools that I use in my actual presentation. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You mean even that stuff is in there? Yeah, this is the U in the box that people invest in, and obviously I show them a sample of what it is that's generated millions of dollars for me. The book that they actually receive in my system, and of course one of my hardcover international bestsellers now in 4 languages. So these tools also go inside the clothing to prevent, in case there was pressure from another piece of luggage. This piece of luggage is never checked. It goes directly in the overhead. And it is 41 pounds, no more. So we even have those tools. Now, and I mean, look at this. Doesn't it look like Mary Poppins? Troy, did you expect that much stuff to come out of there? Now, we have my casual layer when it gets cool at night, which it does on the Gold Coast and areas of Sydney. Sydney can get very cool. This jacket is made by ScottyVest, and you're not going to find this in any store. It's got 55 pockets in it. You can distribute 35 pounds of gear. You can put your laptop inside this pocket, your sunglasses. It holds everything, cash, everything. When you literally carry this through and place it in the checkout, you can have all the things that you were going to carry in a case in the jacket. It's the ultimate travel jacket. It also has special high-tech touch-sensitive plastic for operating on iPods and iPhones, enabling you to have touch sensitivity and control. And no matter where you decide to go, you're able to strip off the arms of the jacket, generating a travel vest. Of course, it has the hood that's isolated here, and it looks like a basic black jacket. You would never suspect that inside this particular jacket is an actual laptop computer. Now, I know this is hard for you to believe right now, but I'm going to demonstrate it, and I wasn't going to do this, but I want you to see how incredible this really is. Remember, I spent a lot of time to find solutions for myself, and I don't hold back. I not only give you all my tools as a professional speaker and all the marketing and the ability to get the work, but I also want you to see that if you literally had the jacket on with a full laptop computer that now contains 26 days of training, these are many of the training, everything's in there. That's it. That's only one pocket. Now, Troy, you're on the other side of the camera. Are you a little surprised my laptop is inside the jacket right now? Does it also have back pockets here where we can isolate other things? Pillow, blankets? Oh yeah, it's pretty crazy. Can I still put my hands in the pockets and move freely and still have a laptop computer come directly out of the inside of the... I'm not kidding you, guys. That's how powerful this is, and that's a 4.5 pound laptop computer. Is it amazing? Yeah. You see, travel is an art form. And I'm not done yet, am I, Troy? I'm not done yet. So there we go. We'll pile that on there. Now, you gotta look right now. That looks impossible. Haven't even gotten to the electronics. Well, let's go to the electronics now. This is not my favorite steamer, but it is so small, and it works in international and United States current. It goes 240 and 120. That's my steamer. It has a built-in retractable handle. You pop in the water there, right up to the top, and all the wrinkles from that suit will be out. It'll be hanging in about 5 minutes. That tool, absolutely indispensable, and it comes with its own carrying case. That's about $22 in a travel store like Seminar. I have all my receipts, and I carry organic food. This is called Huevo, or Juvo right here. This particular thing you throw into a bottle of water, you shake it up, and you have more vitamins and more nutrients than you receive in about a year of what it is you usually eat. This will maintain your energy in an environment that is low-quality food. I carry a bunch of packages here for both my trip coming in and my trip going back to Los Angeles because I'm traveling the international timeline. I also have all my critical data here, and the most important thing is I anticipate what I'm going to need for internet control when I go to England or Pakistan or Bangladesh or Israel or here in Australia. And so I take with me a small modem, I load up the card at a local, in this case I use 3 or Optus. They load the chip, I slide it in, and I have internet when I get here at a fraction of the cost, not $27 per day, but about $27 for an entire 12 days. Amazing? Absolutely. Helps to prepare. These little tips I'm giving you right now, believe it or not, are only going to save you time and money, but a whole lot of energy and anxiety. Now, I reach inside the case here, and the only time I use the roll technique, where I roll a piece of clothing over something else, is for my ties. Now, ladies, this wouldn't apply to you because you'll be using the Mandarin collars if you follow my formulas and my proven prescription. Here we have 4 ties. I want to thank Troy, by the way, for holding the camera. He didn't realize it would take this long. I'm going into a little bit of detail here. But this is an example of how you can create product, because you're now watching something that has value, because you're going to be doing what it is I'm doing, and therefore you'll live vicariously through this. So everything Troy does has infinite value for other people. He may not realize it sometimes. It may seem like just some mundane activity, but it has value for someone else. These are the 4 critical colors, since I'm only doing a 2-day event and 2 single presentations at different events. Then at most I'm going to change my tie with the white shirts, with the pink shirt, which is the closing color. If I decide to separate the audience from money by offering them something of considerable value, I will wear the pink on pink combination. Otherwise, to create more or less rapport, I'll wear blue, which is the color of media, white to establish presence, and yellow the color of marketing when I'm talking about marketing systems. As you know, if you already own my system or you've studied with me before, you understand the power of these colors and the tremendous impact that they have. This, of course, is one of those 3 additional black t-shirts. They're made of Pima cotton. They're about $40. Everything is double underlocked, double stitched, double underturn. They're absolutely extraordinarily well made. They're made by Axis, A-X-I-S. I highly recommend that you invest in that kind of high quality t-shirt because you're going to be sleeping in it, working out in it. This is a universal running pant, also aerobic pant, also sleep pant. And it literally wicks out in less than 30 seconds. You can be soaking wet in a pool. You can get out. And you can literally squeeze this out, take a hairdryer for about 30 seconds, and you're ready to rock and roll. That also goes into the equation. Now, if we come a little closer in here, we're going to see that I've packed my socks, underwear, or ladies, your lingerie. I packed 3 pairs. That way I can be washing or sending to the laundry. I have 3 pairs of REI, REI being travel gear. This stuff wicks out, you get it wet, you can wash it in the shower, you can wash it in the bathtub, you can wring it out, the next morning it's dry. The socks all go up over the knee. Ladies, it may not apply to you, but you need to think about things that have universal appeal. That means they're going to look good on stage, off stage. They're going to be easy to endure and maintain. The only way you're going to go 12 days is by cleaning some of those dress shirts when you're on and off stage, by having underwear that you can clean and turn around. That's why we use the power of 3. You always have a backup, and you always have one that you can send out and turn over with a local cleaner or That's right, with the local laundry in the hotel. Now we have the automatic shoe shine. This sponge, which by the way is not my favorite solution, but this enables you to put a considerable shine on your shoe like the one I have right now. This sells for about $4 or $5 US, $12 Australian. It goes in this little tiny kit and enables you to do an immediate shoe shine before you walk on stage. Now we're going to go a little deeper here. We have my hair dryer. Hair dryer works in dual, that's 120, 240 international current. I put an adapter right here, and you can see that I travel with multiple adapters, and there's that second Sony Vaio power supply, because someday it'll go out on you. The most important thing you have is not only your computer, but the power supply. Without this, you have no lifeline. Those tools are also absolutely essential. Now remember, all of this is coming out of one small check-in bag because I pack it like it's an intricate puzzle. I now carry two things for the airplane that are absolutely vital. One is the travel mask. The travel mask I use is Eagle Creek. What makes it particularly good is it's 100% complete isolation from light. If you can't sleep and you put this on, you will sleep. The second thing you're going to want to use will be this particular neck brace. And the reason it's powerful is it takes up no room, it's not a pillow, and yet your neck simply can't move. You're not going to ever wake up with a kink. It keeps your neck warm and cozy. It takes up no room, and it acts as a buffer at the bottom of your bag. Anything that's jarred near the wheel area is going to hit the buffer, so it serves double purpose, and because it has tremendous elasticity and give to it, it takes up no room in the bag. Those are the travel tools that are mandatory. Now, two other things. My cell phone is in the off position. I'm not going to use it here because I'm overseas. It costs a fortune. I use Skype. SKYPE, and I'm telling you right now, my laptop makes all the difference. I travel with two remote controls. I use the Logitech. Why do I use the Logitech? Because it has the built-in receiver. Transmitter, it's not RF. It is RF. It works on a radio frequency. It doesn't work on a direct point of line of vision. You don't need that at all. These two tools, absolutely vital. Now we go in here, and I happen to carry a vitamin extract. This is made from manganese. I'm not going to recommend the brand, but I'll tell you what it is. I happen to use Vema. It's very, very expensive, and I'm not a multi-level guy. I pay whatever the price is. I don't care, and I don't distribute it. But I'll tell you right now, I carry one of these bottles for every single day that I'm going to be on the road. And the reason I do that is because I'm bowling a perfect game. I want to make sure that I've got nutrition that's going to sustain me, that I have the additional supplements and nutrients that I'm not going to find in food when I'm traveling. I take one of those a day and it makes all the difference. I also carry snack bars, organic, the best quality that I can find. And a pack of cards for playing, an additional battery for my computer that gives me an additional 6 hours, because quite frankly on a 14-hour flight, which is about 14 to 21 hours, the most I'm going to travel, I'm only going to work about a third of that because I'll be sleeping and eating in the other third, and walking around and stretching, which is killer. So I'm going to have that as well. This is the battery charger with international plug for Australia or the US. That's going to maintain the charge on the camera that we're shooting this training with. Then at the bottom here, I have some accessories, and probably the most important tool of all on the plane when you're designing on the computer. This is the Shure EC5. It's a $500, $600 set of earplugs that change the entire ambiance in any environment. They block out the sound and they enable you to have a wonderful experience. Carry the adapters double, single prong, so that you can plug into any airplane configuration. A lot of people forget that, real important. Additional business cards, real important. And of course a couple of motion pictures or things that I wanted to study. And finally, the adapters, stage jewelry, cufflinks, rings. These are the tools that I will actually use in accessorizing. The backup memory chips, vital. Also, the Skype earpiece that enables me to communicate with intimacy with my wife and children and friends remotely. I carry a portable earpiece, and if you take a look in here, these are the other adapters, my ring and my cufflinks, that are for stage presentation to accessorize the outfit in their own little carrying bag. I also carry a USB multi-adapter plug that enables me to charge my cell phone, use my trackball, charge my camera, all at the same time, all using only one USB adapter, also useful on stage during demonstrations. Now the bag is empty. There it is. The bag also has an expansion center right in here, where I can add another 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 inches of space. That is the key to packing effectively. I can go for 12 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. It doesn't make any difference. When you use the color black and you change the alternating colors, when you travel with the electronics and the backup things that can go wrong, by thinking this through in detail, your life is in order. Don't forget what I'm wearing here. I've got a pair of jeans for casual. I have dress shirts that I wear out, not in. I don't carry belts. It puts weight on the waist, both in men and women. A pair of dress shoes that I wear both for casual and for dress. And if I'm going to go down to the gym and I don't want to wear my dress shoes, I put on a pair of neoprene booties which look like a pair of socks. That way I'm completely insulated and protected against whatever may be inappropriate on the ground. This is Joel Bauer on the road, in the moment, for the moment, with Troy, a man who is powerful both on and off stage. I had the great pleasure of having him train with me and mentoring him in the principles of seducing an audience with truth, coming from the heart. It's good to be with all of you again. You may not have seen me in a while, but there may be a few tips here that will make a difference in your life. Right now, we're going to get back to looking at structure, strategy, closing technique, and improving the quality of our connection with our audience. What are you doing?